I would like to advise young men to really take into account how they treat the parents of the bride, because the parents of the bride are rightfully supposed to be honored and respected. And it's important for you to really take your time to go visit the parents of the bride. Let them approve of what it is that you're doing. And sometimes I know they can be difficult. Some parents can be really difficult. But do your best to make sure, as a man, you are working with them and you're finding a way of accommodating their fears and their apprehensions. Make sure that you accommodate them. I also say that sometimes parents can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes they're parents who don't want intercultural marriages or intertribal marriages, and that is very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate because we are not defined by tribes. We are defined by who we are individually. So I'm not looking at Rob as a Slovakian. I look at Rob as an individual, and I cannot make a judgment of somebody because they are Kikuyu or Kalenjin or Teso or Bukusu. That is very shallow. And I just want to tell the parents that in this day and age, in the 21st century, we can't be that narrow-minded, where we are telling our children that they only have to marry in our tribe. That is very sad because people are people, whether they are white or Asian or black. People are people, and if you cannot respect other people because of where they're coming from, it shows that you have a major problem. And that is sometimes the problem that many people have in terms of if Robert would have been afraid to come to me because he's a white boy marrying a black girl from Africa, and me as an African parent, I'm telling her, no, Vanessa has to marry a Kikuyu. He has to marry from our tribe. It's very unfortunate because then you miss out and you close off people that can be able to come together and really make an incredible and a wonderful family. So my encouragement to young men is please consider the parents, talk to the parents, try to bring them to where you are, to be on the same page, but don't be intimidated by people who are not giving reasonable reasons as to why two people should not be married. I am very strong about it because in this day and age, especially in our nation, we are destroying people because of branding them and stereotyping them just because of where they come from. I remember during the wedding, my MC started to make some tribal jokes, and I called him and I said, I don't want to hear tribal jokes ever here again. I want you to stop that. I don't want to hear them because it's wrong to stereotype people. It's wrong to put people in a certain category, look at them in a certain way because of where they come from. Because the truth of the matter is, I am not defined by the fact that I'm a Kikuyu. I'm an individual, and you should look at me individually. And you'll be surprised at some of the things that people call and say Kikuyus do. I don't do them.
Or do you take your mouth? Or do you?
I know.
That day.
Yeah, I know. I know they may be funny, but I don't find them funny. I don't find them funny because I don't like stereotyping people. As a Christian and also as a Kenyan, and as an individual, I don't like when we box people and put them in this box of, this Luo or this is Kuyu or this is no. That is wrong and very shallow-minded. We need to really support our kids because I find that our culture many times takes advantage of the bridegroom to give them such a difficult time. I've had, as a pastor, I've had horror stories of some things that the bridegroom was taken through by the family of the bride, as if, to get as much money out of the bridegroom, as if your daughter is on sale. I think it's a pity, and I think it's sad. I'm not saying that we should throw away our culture. No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying, is it possible that we don't allow our culture to become such a stumbling block to a young couple that wants to go and start off life and not give them such a difficult moment? But if anything, we should empower them. We should make sure that they not only have a good day, but also that they have a good start to go out and start their lives together. And we as parents should have the capacity to look into our culture and see things that are retrogressive that you should walk away from and discard them and start to adopt some new way of doing things. Because we are not prisoners to our culture. Our culture is there for us. We are not there for our culture. And so I want to say, as a father of the bride, and I want to encourage other fathers who be marrying off their daughters, the lesson I learned is I want to have a good start with Robert, where he'll be able to see my heart. That my heart is not what I can get from him, but my heart is what I can give him, so that he understands that I am not here to pull him back, but I'm here to advance him forward. And I know that that is something he will never forget all his life. And that has started our relationship on a very good footing. And that is important. So, as a father of the bride, again, I want to tell, especially my African fathers, some of the cultural practices are really not progressive. They are retrogressive. And they need to be discarded. I say that, of course, knowing that I respect my culture, but also knowing that we are bright and we can be able to think and be able to make deductions on whether our culture is progressive or retrogressive. And I want also to encourage them, please embrace people from other cultures, from other tribes, from other races. Let's embrace people. As a nation, if we want to be more united, we have to be willing to really go beyond just looking, being short-sighted, to just seeing people from our village and from our tribe or from our nation, and be a little bit open, because you'll be amazed by the fact that God has created very wonderful people who are out there that you never know, that you don't know are there. And if you open your heart, they may even become part of your family, and it will enrich. It will enrich your family. It will enrich your understanding of humanity. It will enrich you in such a big, big way. I'm looking forward now to go to Slovakia, see the country, travel to Hungary, travel to all these places. I'm more enriched by the fact that, Vanessa has brought into our family somebody that is so diverse. I don't know if that's right. But somebody that comes from another background, with a different way of thinking, a different way of doing things. So, Father of the bride, please, let's stop being closed-minded. Let's open ourselves up.
Just maybe to go back. I understand you did not accept any dowry. Was there any, let's talk about the traditions.
Yeah.
You didn't do none of that.
No, we didn't do any of that. To be honest, I didn't want to take Robert through any of that because it was not necessary. Oh, okay. About dowry, I didn't receive any dowry because it's not necessary. That's my opinion. All right, and it may differ from somebody else, but I think I have everybody can have their own opinion. And in my opinion, I didn't want to take Robert through that. It's not that they offered and I refused. It's not that. It's that we didn't bring it up. It was not an issue that was ever brought up. It wasn't even discussed. It wasn't anything. So I just told Robert, you just take good care of my daughter. In fact, that is what I told Robert. I said, Robert, I'm blessed. There's nothing that you can give me that, I'm blessed. What I'd like you to do, there's only one thing I want you to do. Please, just take care of my daughter. Just that. Just take care of her, love her, take care of her. Don't ever do anything to break her heart. That's all I ask of you. I don't need anything else than that. You just do that one. If you can just do that one, it will be greater than any dowry you can ever give me.